All right. Peace and power. Peace and power. All right, y'all. So I know y'all probably thought I wasn't coming. I am person that keeps my word. And so rain, sleet, or snow, I'm here. I want to unwind a bit before I get into the book. So don't mind me. Today was the longest day. By the time I get to Friday, I don't even know that it's Friday. That's how long the week, and not even long. That's how fast it goes by. It's like, today's Friday. So, I am here. I am she, styled by Nina. Really Nina. Of course, like I say, unwind. You know, make it what it do. Mm. Okay. Excuse me. Sorry. What? Ugh. We're just getting a little wind down going on. Just, let's see. Hey, it never rains. It never rains in Southern California. Okay. Is this public? Woohoo! Mhm. All right, so we're gonna get into it. Reels get a whole lot more views. Looking at the numbers, not a lot of interaction, but the views are there. All right, so let me share the screen. Share screen. Here we go. Chapter 4, the principle of polarity. Okay. And then like some good water. Okay. Now, let's get started, y'all. Y'all ready? And since it's just me, I ain't gotta be all on screen, you know. Oh, this ain't the right page. Hold on. Chapter 4, the all. Under and back of the universe of time, space and change is ever to be found. The substantial reality, the fundamental truth, the Kybalion. I wish this could reach out a little more. So, substance means that which underlies all outward manifestations, the essence, the essential reality, the thing in itself, etc. Substantial means actually existing. I felt the energy shift. Hold on. I can't see that. Hold on, y'all. Okay. Okay. I done did all that. Whew. Oh, all right. Let's get back into it. So, substance means that which underlies all outward manifestations, the essence, the essential reality, the thing in itself, etc. Substantial means actually existing, being the essential element, being real, etc. Reality means the state of being real, true, enduring, valid, fixed, permanent, actual, etc. Under and behind all outward appearances or manifestations, there must always be a substantial reality. This is the law. Man, considering the universe of which he is a unit, sees nothing but change in matter, forces, and mental states. He sees that nothing really is, but that everything is becoming and changing. Nothing stands still. Everything is being born, growing, dying. The very instant a thing reaches its height, it begins to decline. The law of rhythm is in constant operation. There is no reality, enduring quality, fixity, or substantiality. Substantiality. In anything, nothing is permanent but change. He sees all things evolving from other things and resolving into other things, a constant action and reaction, inflow and outflow, building up and tearing down, creation and destruction, birth, growth, and death. Nothing endures but. And if he be a thinking man, he realizes that all of these changing things must be but outward appearances or manifestations of some underlying power, some substantial reality. Okay, so he said, and if he be a thinking man, he realizes that all of these changing things must be but outward appearances or manifestations of some underlying power, some substantial reality. All thinkers in all lands and in all times have assumed the necessity for postulating the existence of this substantial reality. All philosophies worthy of the name have been based upon this thought. Men have given to this substantial reality many names. Some have called it by the term of deity under many titles, and others have called it the infinite and eternal energy. Others have tried to call it matter, but all have acknowledged its existence. It is self evident, it needs no argument. In these lessons, we have followed the example of some of the world's greatest thinkers, both ancient and modern, the Hermetic masters, and have called this underlying power, this substantial reality, by Hermetic name by the Hermetic name of the All, which term we consider the most comprehensive of the many terms applied by man to that which transcends names and terms. So it's called the All. They refer to the Creator as the All because it is creation. It's everything that has ever been created. We accept and teach the view of the great Hermetic thinkers of all times, as well as of those illumined souls who have reached higher planes of being, both of whom assert that the inner nature of the All is unknowable. This must be so, for not the All itself can comprehend its own nature and being. The Hermeticists believe and teach that the All in itself is and must ever be unknowable. They regard all the theories, guesses, and speculations of the theologians and metaphysicians regarding the inner nature of the All as but childish efforts of mortal minds to grasp the secret of the infinite. Such efforts have always failed and will always fail from the very nature of the task. One pursuing such inquiries travels around and around in a labyrinth of thought until he is lost to all sane reasoning, action, or conduct, and is utterly unfitted for the work of life. He is like the squirrel which frantically runs around and around the circling treadmill wheel of his cage, traveling ever and yet reaching nowhere. At the end, a prisoner still, and standing just where he started. And still no more, and still more presumptuous, and still more presumptuous are those who attempt to ascribe to the All the personality, qualities, properties, characteristics, and attributes of themselves, ascribing to the All the human emotions, feelings, and characteristics, even down to the pettiest qualities of mankind, such as jealousy, susceptibility to flattery and praise, desire for offerings and worship, and all the other survivals from the days of the childhood of the race. Such ideals are not worthy of grown men and women and are rapidly being discarded. At this point, it may be proper for me to state that we make a distinction between religion and theology, between philosophy and metaphysics. Religion to us means that institutional realization of the existence of the All and one's relationship to it, while theology means the attempts of men to ascribe personality, qualities, and characteristics to it, their theories regarding its affairs, will, desires, plans, and designs, and their assumption of the office of middleman between the All and the people. And so they just summed up Christianity. And he said that, and their assumptions of middlemen between the All and the people. Now, philosophy to us means the inquiry after knowledge of things knowable and thinkable, while metaphysics means the attempt to carry the inquiry over and beyond the boundaries and into regions unknowable and unthinkable, and with the same tendency as that of theology. And let me highlight that. It's stated between the difference between religion and theology, and then philosophy and metaphysics. Okay. Okay. Let's take a little sweet. Mm. And consequently, both religion and philosophy mean to us things having root in reality, while theology and metaphysics seems like broken reeds rooted in the quicksands of ignorance and affording not but the most insecure support for the mind or soul of man. We do not insist upon our students accepting these definitions. We mention them merely to show our position. At any rate, you shall hear very little about theology and metaphysics in these lessons. But while the essential nature of the all is unknowable, there are certain truths connected with its existence which the human mind finds itself compelled to accept, and an examination of these reports form a proper subject of inquiry, particularly as they agree with the reports of the illumined on higher planes. And to this inquiry, we now invite you. That which is the fundamental truth, the substantial reality, is beyond true naming, but the wise men call it the all. In its essence, the all is unknowable, but the report of reason must be hospitably received and treated with respect. The human reason, whose reports we must accept, so long as we think at all, informs us as follows regarding the all, and that without attempting to remove the veil of the unknowable. Number one, the all must be all that really is. There can be nothing existing outside of the all, else the all would not be the all. And two, the all must be infinite, for there is nothing else to define, confine, bound, limit, or restrict the all. It must be infinite in time or eternal. It must always have continuously existed, for there is nothing else to have ever created it, and something can never evolve from nothing. And if it had ever not been, even for a moment, it would not be now. It must continuously exist forever, for there is nothing to destroy it, and be, it can never not be, even for a moment, because something can never become nothing. It must be infinite in space. It must be everywhere, for there is no place outside of all. It cannot be otherwise than continuous in space without break, cessation, separation, or interruption. For there is nothing to break, separate, or interrupt its continuity, 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 and nothing with which to fill in the gaps. It must be infinite in power or absolute, for there is nothing to limit, restrict, restrain, confine, disturb, or condition it. It is subject to no other power, for there is no other power. And then number three, the all must be immutable or not subject to change in its real nature, for there is nothing to work changes upon it, nothing into which it could change, nor from which it could have changed. It cannot be added to nor subtracted from, increase nor diminish, nor become greater or lesser in any respect whatsoever. It must have always been and must always remain just what it is now. The all. There has never been, is not now, and never will be anything else into which it can change. The all being infinite, absolute, eternal, and unchangeable, it must follow that anything finite, changeable, fleeting, and conditioned cannot be the all. And as there is nothing outside of the all in reality, then in all such finite things, must be as nothing in reality. Now, do not become befogged or frightened. We are not trying to lead you into the Christian Science field under the cover of Hermetic philosophy. There is a reconciliation of this apparently contradictory statement of affairs. Be patient, we will reach it in time. We see all around us that which is called matter, which forms the physical foundation for all forms. Is the all merely matter? Not at all. Matter cannot manifest life or mind, and as life and mind are manifested in the universe, the all cannot be matter, for nothing rises higher than its own source. Nothing is ever manifested in an effect that is not in the cause. Nothing is evolved as a consequent that is not involved as an antecedent. Antecedent. And then modern science informs us that there is really no such thing as matter. That what we call matter is merely interrupted energy or force. That is, energy or force at a low rate of vibration. As a recent writer has said, matter has melted into mystery. Even material science has abandoned the theory of matter and now rests on the basis of energy. Then is the all mere energy or force? Not energy or force as the materialists use the term, for their energy and force are blind, mechanical things devoid of life or mind. Life and mind can never evolve from blind energy or force for the reason given a moment ago. Nothing can rise higher than its source. Nothing is evolved unless it is involved. Nothing manifests in the effect unless it is in the cause. And so the all cannot be mere energy or force, for if it were, then there would be no such things as life and mind in existence. And we know better than that. For we are alive and using mind to consider this very question. And so are those that claim that energy or force is everything. Saying so we are alive and using mind to consider this very question. And so are those who claim that energy or force is everything. What is there then higher than matter or energy that we know to be existent in the universe? Life and mind. Life and mind in all their varying degrees of unfoldment. Then you ask, do you mean to tell us that the all is life and mind? Yes and no. Yes and no is our answer. If you mean life and mind as we poor petty mortals know them, we say no. The all is not that. But what kind of life and mind do you mean, you ask? The answer is living mind, as far above that which mortals know. Living mind, as compared to finite life and mind. We mean that which the illumined souls mean when they reverently pronounce the word spirit. The all is infinite living mind. The illumined call it spirit. So we hear people talking about spirit all the time. And so that was chapter 4. I told y'all these chapters are not long. We got maybe one or two of them. It's kind of long. But it's just a good perspective to let you know that everything is energy. And it was saying that the all is immutable or not subject to change in its real nature. And I mean, we hear this all the time because they talk about unchanging God in Christianity. And I don't even know when they adopted that because in the Old Testament he was changing. But nonetheless, it's just saying the all is all that really is. which debunks when people say we separate. We all on a separate journey. Yes, we are, but we're all connected. And we all are a part of bigger energy. We all say that all the time. We say, why this ain't on the charger? We talk about how great. We talk about how if we all would put our minds together and focus on something that we're trying to accomplish in the community, if we all just focus on it 10 minutes a day, because we're talking about the Kybalion. The Kybalion said the mind is all. And so we can get that many minds focused on this. What kind of change could be brought up? That's what I'm saying. This is really the cheat code. It's telling you that the all is mine. And let me see what the next chapter is. The chapter on how they manipulate, I think it's, yep, this might be, hmm, they be talking about, one of these chapters speaks on how the media is manipulating. You know this to be true. But yeah, that was chapter 4. I'm going to get out of here. This is a 30-minute video. Y'all know sometimes they be really long. And so we just going to go. I'm sleepy. I've been up all day and in the sun. I hope everyone is well. Peace and power. And I'm out.